guys, Welsknight here, bringing you another brand new episode of Welsknight's Realm, and we are being invaded by creepers. They're everywhere. Whew. Okay. I think I got them all. Alright, so between episodes, I've done a couple minor things. I did kind of lay out some roads, and I decided to go for kind of these windy, curving roads. That's a witch. Rather than, straight, come on, get him. Hiding behind the grass. Okay, there we go, got the witch. I decided to go for these kind of winding, curvy roads rather than straight roads with corners and stuff like that, because I wanted more of a kind of rustic, natural feel to this village, rather than the feel you would get from like a big kind of industrial, well-planned city. So, I also gathered a whole bunch of extra wood between episodes as well. So we're going to grab some of that. Let's just grab maybe 2 stacks of oak and 2 stacks of spruce is kind of what I'm thinking. And then we'll grab some cobblestone stairs and some normal cobblestone as well. And there's a crafting table. Okay, so let's go to work. I'm thinking that I'm going to make the first building maybe right in here is kind of what I'm leaning towards. Although, how do I want to terraform this? Maybe I'll bring that up to make it a little bit more even. Let's go take a peek and see if I've got any dirt lying around. Also, before I forget, a lot of you requested the seed. There it is. You can pause the video. And I will also put that in the video description as well. I decided to hold off on releasing the seed until episode 3 because I wanted to kind of get established a little bit first. Avoid any spoilers like, hey, there are diamonds at this place, and, there's a skeleton spawner here, and stuff like that. I would also request that if you are playing around with the seed and you find something like a skeleton spawner, please don't ruin that for me. I don't want that to kind of become part of this Let's Play. I'd rather find this kind of stuff on my own. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think I want that to be a little bit higher. Let's grab some more dirt, and we'll just kind of fill this in a bit. There we go. That looks fairly natural. That's not too bad. And then we are going to have to take up some of this sand and get that out of there. In fact, we might as well sneakily grab pretty much all of this sand, because that is one thing that I don't have a huge amount of. I am a little bit lacking in the sand department. So, let's grab this, and let me get a little bit more terraforming done. I think I might just fill this hole. Let me get that all done, guys, and I will be back in just a moment. Alright, guys, I am back, and we've got that all filled in. The grass will come through and kind of do its thing. But got a good start, and this gives us a nice, reasonably flat area to work with. We'll clear away some of this grass as well, and then later I'll go back through and bone meal it to make everything look like it's, alive and natural and all that kind of stuff. So, let's get to kind of laying out this building. And I think what we'll do is we'll go maybe 3 high there, and I think I want a gap of 7 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, that should be 7. Yup. There we go. And we'll go 3. And then I'm going to bring this over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. And here. So this will be kind of our basic house shape. Something like that. And then what we'll do... I think I actually want that to be just a little bit higher. Let's actually go up here. Crazy noises. The professionalism today, guys. I've got Skype going off on one hand. I got my phone going off on the other. Let's just turn that on vibrate. Man, terrible. The professionalism is real. What can you do? That's all right. Okay, so food I don't really need right now. So we'll go 4 high over here, I think. Yeah, I like that better. And there we go. Okay, that should do nicely. Now, I'm going to go ahead and connect these with these oak logs. Ooh, I might actually run out of oak logs here. I guess we'll find out. But what I'm going to try and do here is kind of establish a theme for how the village as a whole is going to look. So let's do a little bit of that. A little bit of that. There we go. And then behind that, we'll put in, I'm thinking spruce. I'm thinking spruce will look good, but we're going to indent that 1 block like this. If I can place things. Here we go. And this will give us a nice kind of rustic feel. And these will be our walls. So we'll do something like this. We'll knock out the spaces later for windows, doors, you know, all that kind of stuff. There we go. How's that look color-wise? I think that'll do. I mean, it's a little dark because the oak and the spruce are actually kind of the same shade, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. And it is starting to get dark, so I think I'm going to go take a quick nap here. I see stars. That means night. No. Tell you what, guys, I will be back in just a moment. All right, guys, I am back. So, I think we are good to go. What we're going to do next is we're going to work a little bit on the roof. And that, of course, involves falling off the roof. If you know me by now, you know that I only fall when I intend to. Really, that's what it is. Only intentionally with the falling and the things. Let's just make ourselves a little staircase so we can get up here relatively easy. There we go. So this will be kind of our basic roof shape, and I think I'm going to actually leave part of it indented. Yeah, that might work. That might actually look pretty good. So let's go like, oh, misplaced. This time I am going to fall intentionally. We'll put this kind of cobblestone border on it. And kind of what we're doing here is we're basically generating multiple layers of depth. So we've got depth here, we've got depth here, and depth here. 3 different levels of horizontal depth, which is going to make the build look a bit more interesting than it would if we did not do that. So we'll do that, and then you go right there. Okay, so this is kind of our basic roof shape. Now here, I think we'll go, maybe we'll put another oak log like this. So we'll do something like that. And then we could pretty much create those levels of depth again. Let's see, what do we think of this? How's that look? I like it. That actually looks pretty good. I think we'll create the next level of the house right here. And I am going to go ahead and fill that bit in. Might be, to some extent, a waste of resources, but whatever. I've got plenty of resources lying around at this point, so I'm not too worried about it. I don't know if you guys remember looking in that chest, but I've got quite a bit of spruce just kind of sitting around. And then I think what we'll do here, let's see, we're going to have a staircase here. So, yeah, that should be correct. Right? Yeah, this will line up right here. And then we'll basically do something like that. And that should get the trick done for the roof. Like so. Wait a minute. Oh, I see what I did. There we go. Also helps, for those of you who might not know, I find it much easier to kind of lay out your roof like this first, before you go to the trouble of connecting all the stairs and all that kind of stuff. I find that much, much easier. Otherwise, you risk getting a good way into the roof and then realizing that you messed something up, and then everything just kind of goes bad. So, what we're going to do next is I'm going to make a bunch of spruce stairs. Let's make... that should be a pretty good number, I think. That should do. And... come on, get up. There we go. And we can start kind of filling those in. So those will go like this. And then on the sides, we'll tack a cobblestone stair like that. So it'll look, you know, something along these lines, basically. And let's actually just do this one side here real quick. And that way we can check it from down below and just make sure that it looks good. Because I want to check that out before I go to the trouble of doing the entire roof. Do something like that. I should have some cobblestone slabs. I'll just kind of put those on top. There we go. How's that look? That is not too bad. I think what would make that look really good is if we came up here and we'll add those. Ooh. All right, we'll do it from here, I guess. Something along these lines. Oh, what am I doing? I cannot place blocks today. There we go. And that one's wrong too, isn't it? That's upside down. That needs to be there. There we go. That's actually a really kind of interesting roof. I was going to put the cobblestone underneath it as well, but I kind of like that. Let's see how it looks with the cobble. Let's take a peek. If we add... ooh, I'm not going to be able to do that from here, am I? Let's go around. And we'll climb up the roof, and we should be able to do it from right... No, I'm not. I'm losing my mind. That's what's going on. I was going to say... something... oh, fell again. I was going to say something along those lines. How's that look? That looks a bit... that's a bit heavy. That's... yeah. I think I actually like it better with this. That I actually kind of like. I think that looks pretty cool. That's a very interesting roof shape. So I think that's what we're going to go with. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of the roof done, and I'll be back in just a moment. Alright guys, I am back, and we have the roof nicely in place. So now it's time to do a little bit of work with the interior. And the first thing that I want to do is I want to get a floor in here. And as you can see, my terraforming job was, you know, kind of it was the quick way. There are two ways to terraform. You can fill in every single block, or you can not fill in every single block. And I elected to not fill in every single block. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make some oak planks, and we'll just do the floor like this. Here we go. There we go. So that looks good. And then I'm just going to put a couple torches up on the wall just temporarily. We are going to have a second floor in here. So for that, I think we are going to once again go oak. So let's put that up about this level, I think. Yeah, that looks about right. And then we'll just kind of do a little bit of this. And I need a torch that goes up there. And a torch that goes up there. And then we can finish filling in that. There we go. That looks good. Now, here, we're going to add some additional detail by taking spruce stairs like that for the window frames. Over here, we'll do essentially the same thing, except I think I want a 3-wide window here. Like that. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Then maybe we'll do we want to do the same thing on this side? I think so. I think that's probably the way to go. Right over here. Or actually, no. Let's do a 2-wide window. Or let's do 2 separate individual windows like that. Because this is where the ladder will go. That will run up to the top floor. And then here, we'll put in a couple windows as well. What did we do? 2. So those would go like that. There we go. Looking fantastic. And of course, I am just barely out of spruce wood stairs. Actually, I'm going to need a little bit more for the second floor as well. So let's just make like 16. That should be enough, I think. And there we go. That looks pretty good. Now, window panes, the next step. So we can fill some of those in. We are also going to make more window panes because I don't currently have enough to do the whole house. There we go. That looks pretty good. Here's where the ladder will be that goes up to the second floor. And I'm also going to need a few spruce wood planks. And then let's just make a couple of ladders like so. There we go. That looks good. We can put the door on right away, I think. Put in the ladders like so. And we actually have a pretty spacious upper floor in this house, if I do say so myself. So, let's see. Now for this, I think I actually do want a few more spruce wood stairs. Let's make them all. I don't think I'm actually going to need them all, but counting and things and whatever, I'm sure they will get used as we continue to work on this town, so not a big deal. There we go. And we're just going to put those here so that the curves are not quite as in your face, if you will. So we'll do this, and then here we'll put in a window like that, because that seems like a good place for one. And then we'll do the same right here. Like so. Beautiful. And you know what? I think that is pretty much going to do it for the house. I'm not planning on doing any interior just yet. I might do interiors on these houses eventually. but it's not my plan right at this very moment, that's for sure. We will... I should probably just make a bunch of torches. We do need some lighting in here so that it doesn't get crazy when it gets dark. So we'll put a torch like that and like that, but I think that should do the trick. And the very last thing to do then is to make a little pathway kind of leading up to the house. And we'll just use cobblestone like that because that's what we've used for the roads in the rest of the city. I will almost certainly be reworking the roads later and mixing in other materials other than just cobblestone. But for now, I think that's going to do it. So, the very last touch is a little bit of bone meal just around the edges of the house, just to kind of give it that look and make it look like it, wasn't kind of accidentally put here. So we're just going to kind of bone meal the area around. I would really like to have gotten some of those flowers. There we go. Now we got some flowers in front. And that looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That's not a bad start to the village. And I think I am going to go ahead and wrap up the video right here, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.